Hello, everybody. I'm Max and Bees, and I have been sick. It's just a cold or something. I don't know. Just felt like poo, but I'm back, and I'm feeling so good. And you don't even know how good I'm feeling because I haven't told you yet, but you're gonna know. I'm feeling pretty good. Today, I am going to dive into something weird. I'm going to be doing something that I used to do quite a long time ago, but now is different. I, growing up, used to do things with the BuzzFeed quizzes. A lot of people already know the BuzzFeed quizzes are ridiculous, and like some people got upset because they were taking them way too seriously. But they're all jokes. They're meant to be like ha-has, you know? It's a big ha ha ha. Oh, 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 oh. But some people were getting upset. So after all that went down, other websites were coming out and they were making quizzes, and people, the sites would allow people to submit their quizzes to the site and then they would put it on like their front page. Well, the site that I'm going to be showing you today is I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm on Clickhole, and I want to know how many of these sentences have you used to end your weekly email newsletter about horse hypnosis. Now, I know you all haven't been getting the newsletter because I haven't been setting it out, but there is a horse hypnosis newsletter that's supposed to be going out, and I feel awful that I don't know how many sentences are out there that I've used to end my newsletter. So I'm going to take this quiz and I'm going to find out exactly how many of these things I've said. When you send out your newsletter about hypnotizing horses to your hundreds of subscribers, what? Clickhole? Wow, you think I'm gonna get hundreds? You always need a snappy closing line to wrap up your thoughts on hypnotizing horses and leave your readers wanting more. How many of these sentences have you used to end your weekly email newsletter about horse hypnosis? Take this quiz to find out. So I picked this one because the point of this, normally you take the quizzes, you answer a bunch of questions, and at the end they give you a result, right? And it tells you what kind of cheese you'd be, or who's your favorite superhero, who you're most like, what celebrity would you crush on. If you had a grapefruit, what way would you cut it? Like quarters? Most of the time, there's an end result. This quiz, however, is literally just telling me sentences and I'm like, yup, I said it, or nope, I don't think I've said that one. So there's no there's no answer at the end of this, but that's why I like it. So let's find out how many of these sentences have you used to end your weekly email newsletter about horse hypnosis. The bottom line is that your horse will eat oats whether hypnotized or not, but if you want it to yell amazing oats after every bite, you're gonna need hypnosis. I feel like I've probably said that one a time or two before. Obviously, the horse would need to hold the tennis racket in its mouth, but with the proper amount of hypnosis, the horse would beat Federer easily. Your whole newsletter is about this horse playing tennis? Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a good way to wrap it up. Now, if you'll excuse me, there's a mob of wild horses in my backyard, and they're not going to stop stomping to the beat of Only the Good Die Young until I tell them to. Look, I can't say I've said that one because I don't think I'd pick that song. Pick something a little different, like, Another One Bites the Dust. I would have, oh, no, We Are the Champion. I would have them, earthquakes would be caused from the number of horses that I would have stomping that beat. So no, I think I gotta leave that one the way it is. In conclusion, that horse only married me because it wanted to, and it only wanted to because of hypnosis. Wait, no, that's forced. I've probably said it though. The look on my sister's face as she screamed, "You ruined my life! You ruined my life!" as the country club burned down, taught me that horse hypnosis can in fact be used for evil. How, if you admitted you burned down that country club, there's no way I admitted I burned down the country club. I would be in jail, so I can't say that made it to the newsletter. In my opinion, they would rule with a stern but benevolent fist, and as long as they're hypnotized, there's nothing in the Constitution that says they can't be president. What? No, see, but they can't be president because they gotta be 35, I think. I think it's 35. So a horse isn't going to live that long, you know? Yeah, it's crazy talk. Sure, the smoothie sometimes has some hay in it, but all in all, it's cheaper than hiring a chef to make your breakfast. You know, that honestly, I would say that at the end of it, any kind of cook is a good cook. I don't care if they are horses. I don't care if they've been in jail. I don't care if they're in jail. Horse? Jail horse? Horse jail. If anyone has insight into how to get my suit and dress shoes back from a pony, or how to cancel a bank loan falsely taking out my name, shoot me a reply at I live for horse control 56. Oh man. Yeah, I can honestly say I would have to make a Yahoo account if I was gonna try to take so many emails from people. He didn't quite make the jump, but I think everyone at the skate park learned a little something about the power of horses that day. Wait, what do you mean? If he didn't make the jump, then what power did you learn? He didn't make it. Yeah, but if if I'm at the end of the week, that's something that has to be acknowledged in the newsletter. I think the attached picture of him mowing my lawn in a bucket hat demonstrates the full extent of my power. Full extent? I would never say that. I've got so much more power. My apologies for the short letter this week. I feel like one of my horses hypnotized me for a change. Just joking. I am struggling with sleep apnea. The twist. I didn't see that coming. And yeah, sleep apnea is real. That struggle is real. Yes, there may be a lot of things hypnosis horse hypnosis can't do. But if you want a horse to shout at you every time you wear a red shirt, there's no question that it's the way to go. I don't like wearing red. Yeah, please shout at me. For an animal with hooves instead of hands, he was a pretty good substitute for any human heart surgeon, and it only took a few hours of hypnosis to make it happen. Yeah, he did a great job on that guy. You know, he's alive and kicking. The horse, the guy's dead, but the horse is alive and kicking, and now he knows something about heart surgery. So it was a good time. It wasn't a bad film, but if they had just hypnotized that damn horse, Tobey Maguire might have had an easier time riding him around. No, Spider-Man himself, no, he can ride any horse. I don't care what you say. Bill Gates saw the whole thing, and he absolutely hated what my horse was able to do with that computer. So if you think it's time to see an everyday American family with a hypnotized horse butler represented on a network sitcom, sign my petition today. You can also go to the GoFundMe I've started. Yeah, absolutely. Stay tuned next week for an update on whether the horse has behaved well enough to be allowed back at the movie. They didn't, but my horse would not look me in the eye this week. No newsletter. That's in the newsletter. All right. What's my results? Oh no. You've used a moderate amount of these sentences to end your weekly email newsletter on horse hypnosis. Keep up the good work. Your horse hypnosis newsletter is on its way to painting a well-rounded picture of what it's like to hypnotize horses. Who is that guy? Sir, who are you? Why is that laptop so big? Or why are you so small? Power of editing. Zoom. That laptop, the keyboard is not nearly long enough to support that big of a monitor, like the screen. That's ridiculous. There's no way that guy should be allowed to have that. I apparently have used a whole bunch of these sentences, but I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to go find another one, and when I do, hopefully you'll know. Just take a peek at that. Okay, so I unfortunately found another one. This one is, will the edits you made to your documentary about plums be enough to get its rating below NC-17? The MPAA took issue with the title of your plum documentary, Fuck Vegetable, the true story of plums, raw and uncensored. What did you change the name to? I changed the name to God's Sexless Wonder, a 100% nudity-free documentary about plums, fully clothed. I I changed the name to Tastefully Sexual, an erotic and relatively family-friendly documentary about plums. Family-friendly? I'm not buying that. Tastefully Sexual? You should not go see this with your family. I changed the name to Raisin Erotic, un film sexual sur les pruneaux avec beaucoup de nudité. I'm so sorry. I bastardized that entire thing, but the name of the film is the same, but now it's in all caps. Hell yeah. Yes. Sorry, I wasn't there. So sorry. Yeah, no, that absolutely has to be the answer. That's the only one I'd pick. I was gonna do God's Sexless Wonder just because it said fully clothed, but no. It's in all caps. I'm prouder now than I was when I first made it. How have you addressed the issue of all the plum experts being fully nude in the numerous talking head interviews throughout the film? In each interview, I have zoomed in on the plum experts' eyeballs, so it is impossible to tell that they are nude. I have reshot the talking head interviews and made the plum experts wear ties around their waists, covering their genitals. The breasts remain exposed, but it seems okay to me. I have reshot the talking head interviews and made the plum experts wear berets. I have reshot the talking head interviews as one combined talking head interview with all the plum experts together in one room at the same time, and the plum experts are fucking each other while I ask them questions about plums. Okay, all right. I know that I went to the extreme and put it in all caps, but that I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. So I gotta go with that one. But it seems okay to me. Just so nonchalant. Like, I'm not even just like, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's just like, yeah, it feels right. The original cut of your plum documentary contained a record number of expletives that the MPAA found to be extremely gratuitous. What have you done about your plum documentary's explicit language? I have removed all the original language. The film's voiceover is now Bible verses about chastity read by my mother. I have censored every mention of the word plum with a deafening foghorn noise. The expletives are in French now, so most people won't understand them, but they are also much more offensive now. The film is now a supercut of every expletive in the film, which is to say, the film is exactly the same as it was before. No, it's going in French. It's going straight in French. I want it even worse. According to the MPAA's rating of the film, one scene stood out as being particularly troubling. It's the scene explaining how plums are grown. How have you altered the scene to accommodate the MPAA's guidelines? The horny farmer has been cut, as well as the part with the deer giving birth to a plum, the whole crop duster sequence, and the voiceover of heavy breathing. The scene is mainly just B-roll of soil now. Oh my god. I'm trying to see it, and I'm also hoping I never do. The horny farmer is still around, but his monologue has been cut down to 5 minutes. The part with the deer giving birth doesn't have any close-ups anymore. In the crop duster sequence, it's still implied that the crop dust is plum semen, but it's never explicitly shouted by the crop duster pilot. The volume of the heavy breathing has been significantly lower. That's worse. That is much worse. Now, if it's heavy breathing but like a little bit farther away, that's much worse. I've done a great job. The horny farmer's dialogue has been dubbed over in French, but aside from that, it's pretty much all the same. No, I've already done French. I can't do French again. I've spun off the scene into its own full-length feature film in order to more fully realize the character of the horny farmer. The Plum documentary is still very dear to me, but Untitled Horny Farmer Project is where my creative energy is focused right now. I can't look. It's a lot, and I don't want to. I don't want to dig myself into the grind. I don't want to dig myself into the grind. I don't want to get myself in over my head. So I don't want to go ahead and do 2. It's the heavy breathing. I can't get away from it. Let's talk about the film's soundtrack. It contained numerous songs with explicit lyrics, including Sex Near a Plum, Let Me See That Pit, and Plum Inside My Dick Somehow. Any updates on the situation with the soundtrack? I've replaced the film soundtrack with public domain songs about non-sexual vegetables like limes. Excuse me? They are very sexual. I've replaced the film's soundtrack with the clean versions of the original songs, such as Kissing Near a Plum, Let Me See That Area of the Plum, and Plum Inside My Car. It's fine. I've replaced the film's soundtrack with an audio recording of Sergei Gainsbourg either having sex or eating a plum. It's impossible to tell. I have not replaced the soundtrack. If anything, I've made it louder. You know what? I thought I was done being bold, but you pushed me one too far. If you're saying I can't have plum inside my dick somehow. And finally, the poster for the film. Obviously, it would be illegal to publicly display the original mock-up you sent to the MPAA. What changes have you made to the poster? I have pixelated the Sexy Plum's genital area, but honestly, it just makes it seem worse for some reason. Yeah, if there was just big sexy plum and then just right on the dick, it's just like pixelated and you can't see. I mean, you could make that as big as you wanted. I have removed the blurb from Peter Travers that said, "Finally, a film with nudity." That's it? That's all you've done? No, I gotta go bigger. I have compiled with the MPAA by removing the title, the blurb, the tagline, and the sexy plum. I replaced them all with a picture of a French couple going to town on each other. Oh no! Actually, now that I think about it, there's no mention of plums or even the movie at all. It's just a picture of French people fucking now. Hopefully, the French version of the MPAA is more accepting of this sort of thing than the American one. Or, the one that I'm picking, I gave the sexy plum way more abs. It doesn't even have a checkbox. That's just the one. All right, what are my results? Your plum documentary is still rated NC-17. You damn it! I thought maybe I could get it there. You failed to make adequate changes to your plum documentary, so the NC-17 rating remains. You are a stubborn artist who refuses to compromise on their creative vision. You're damn right. That's pretty admirable, even if you did produce the most sexually explicit plum documentary of all time. Good for you for sticking to your guns. You know what? Thank you, ClickCall. I really appreciate that. But that's going to be all for today, because I don't know. I don't think I can take any more of that. It's going to rot my brain. So, thank you guys for watching. If you liked this, something's wrong with you, please stop, see a doctor, therapist, something, maybe. I don't know, but on your way there, like, leave a like and subscribe to this channel. That'd be pretty nice. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm Max and Bees, and remember, everybody, always be yourself. See you later.